Okay, we've got a little intro music. So here's your cue, your pre-cue, to applaud as the intro music ends.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Not yet.
Cybertron!
Thank you.
There we go. Thank you.
That banging beat, by the way, I just want to shout out this man over here, Caleb on the far
Hello.
left, produced that rockin' little
I made
jam.
that.
So
I made that.
good job. Hello, everybody. My name is Aaron. Hello, Tfcon up here, and I am pleased to welcome you to the Autopod Decepticast here. This little thing is basically a variety show that we fight about what we call it, but we sort of call it mental movie moments. And yeah, it's a privilege to be here. So let me take a second and just tell you who we are and why we even got this privilege. So basically, for the last year and a half or so, these gentlemen and I have been doing a weekly podcast where we cover each minute of our podcast, or I should say each hour of our podcast, covers 1 minute of screen time in Transformers the movie, and we are almost through it right now. And so it's been a long journey. It's a movie we love, and that's obviously why we would put that kind of stupid energy into something like that.
Yeah, we dropped 83 today, and that means we've talked about at least 83 hours about the 86 Transformers movie.
Approximately.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Something
Or
like
more.
that. And that doesn't count all the research going into
That's
it.
right.
But so that's been our just disgraceful goal, is to get that done. And basically through that, we dissect, we analyze, we comment really on every single moment and aspect of it. So if you're a fan of that movie, you might like the podcast. If you're a fan of language that we will control today that maybe is darker, you might like the podcast as well.
It's not for children.
But basically, from the beginning DEG logo to the very end credit, we've just tried to be clever and witty and used words to talk about it. So I'm the host of the show, Aaron, and with me, I've got a thing here that I'm trying to do. And with me, joining me every single week have been my cybernetic compadres, my bionic buddies, my robo-migos, the wheelbarrow and thimble to my race car, the B&O in Pennsylvania to my reading railroad. My two right-hand representatives from the Reagan era, the up, down, left, right to my BA start, esteemed winners of the John Larroquette and White Arsenio Hall lookalike contests, the number 4 and number 9 rated podcast co-hosts as compiled by Autopod Decepticast Weekly. These gentlemen are smart, sassy, and full of moxie. They are intergalactic and planetary. They are not one, but 2 princes who kneel before you, fellas. Just go ahead now and introduce yourself.
I am
Hi,
Ryan.
I'm Caleb, and I'm number 4.
He's number 4. I'm number 7. And all the intros are pretty much that long in our podcast. I also like how you made yourself the race car.
Well, that's the best one, obviously. So, guys, two sentences about your relationship to the brand.
I think that I probably saw the movie after already watching season 3, and so I kind of consumed information, like movies of just like, oh, this is a movie that's on, and I always loved Transformers, but I don't remember any cognitive dissonance between like seeing the movie and seeing the show, and like I kind of just meshed it all together.
Isn't it just weird to dial in and Prime's not around?
Nah.
You didn't even think about it?
I think I was just the perfect consumer. I was just like, oh, feed me merchandise.
You'll still take it. Okay, gotcha. Caleb, you're the kind of he's the everyman. Caleb is not really. He just shows up. We generally have coffee brewed.
I show up every time.
He doesn't do any research, but he did make a banging intro.
I own some G1 stuff, and I didn't really get into Transformers again until we started doing this project.
Yeah, you hadn't seen the movie in like 20 years.
No.
So we're just looking for an excuse to hang out with the guy.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
it's
shows
great.
up. So what are we going to do today? It's like I said, it's a little variety show of sorts. We're going to talk about some of the favorite insights that we've distilled from watching this thing in this manner. And we're going to play some games, give away some prizes, so hopefully you're feeling competitive. And so I also want to say before we get into it that a good friend of ours that we've met by doing this thing, I'll introduce Mike Seibert of Mike Seibert Radio out of Seattle.
Hi,
And
I'm Mike Seibert. I saw the movie twice when I was a kid.
Yeah, he's a great guy, a much better radio storyteller than I'll ever be. But he is going to be a part of this. He's going to be kind of our Pat Sajak or maybe Alex Trebek somewhere, some mashup of
Our Mark Summers.
Mark Summers.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
He's
good
coming
call.
to town like next week or something. You saw that
I
like
saw that
Double
on the
Dare Live
site.
is going to be at the Rosemount. I was like,
He paid me to say that.
I thought that's pretty rad. But so yeah, I traveled all the way from the Pacific Northwest, 2,000 miles from Seattle. Who's coming out from really long ways? That guy. That guy.
Way to
You,
relate,
awesome,
way to relate
very
to
good.
everybody who flew here from wherever.
Well done.
So before I kick it back to you guys, though, I mean, it is deep Sunday here at Tfcon. Have you had a good time so far?
Get the
All
talk
right.
about the movie.
You talk about the movie.
We
Here to
will,
rile up the
mister.
crowd. Thank you. You're all wonderful. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you, Mike. Sit down.
So, as we said, we've been breaking this down minute by minute, well over a year. In that time, we've discovered it's not hyperbolic at all to say that this movie can be gleefully unhinged. And it had the potential to be even more unhinged, which Ryan is going to get into in his little script deviation
Wait for
segment
it.
later. But right now, we're going to get right into some of the on-screen craziness by breaking down the fandom's favorite thing to talk about when it comes to amazing shape-shifting robots from space. And that is, of course... Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Already technically. Oh, I've already
didn't
had
even
slides.
flip the
This
slide.
is us.
Great.
Fandom's favorite thing about shape-shifting robots from space, and that, of course, is humans.
Absolutely.
The best thing about the brand is people. And, it all goes back to this guy right here, right? Spike, the son of a roughneck oil worker, and not just the son of one, because at 14 years old in 1984, he's working the rig with his dad.
Definitely illegal.
And I think that we're going to find out that when it comes to taking care of children, the Witwicky men don't really, they just don't do a good job at that. And so...
Yeah, it's absolutely like I'm surprised they can reproduce at all. They seem to be made of all recessive genes.
Well, sort of yes and no on that, because time goes by to the year 2005, and Spike turns into this very handsome,
Look at that
handsome
jaw.
gentleman here, and we don't know what he's been up to in that gap of time, but I guess we know a little bit of what he might have been up to because
This guy.
Daniel exists, and Daniel. He's age 12, I believe, when this movie comes out, and he's inherited some of his father's adventurous spirit, but he's, seemingly inherited none of his father's charm. And it's a pretty well-worn Transformers cliche to hate on Daniel, but this conversation isn't really about Daniel. It's about the abuse that this child faces in the form of just neglectful parenting and thoughtless Autobot guardianship. And so if this were real life, social services would be all over this kid.
Certainly the state would have intervened.
And so we're going to cover Daniel's top 10 near-death experiences in the movie here. And it really starts off right from the get-go here. First of all, why is Hot Rod the guy that gets to babysit Daniel? Is that how Spike gets paid, by doing all that moon-based work with the Autobots? Is it like, we'll just watch your kid?
Well, we'll give you child services, I guess. And who wants to do this? I don't know. Hot Rod's not busy.
Where's Carly? Where is
It is
Sparkplug?
true. Where is Carly?
Is Sparkplug dead?
I like to
sad.
think he's in Florida.
That's sad to think about.
I think Carly's signing autographs.
Oh, well,
that's
we
true.
should ask her about it. And I guess most importantly, really, why would you leave your child with dangerous war robots to begin with? That's a thing.
That's all he knows.
It is all he knows. But so Daniel wants to go see the shuttle land, and Hot Rod thinks that's a boring thing to do, even though he's just got very excited about
Loves
catching that
fishing.
fish right there. But so he hops on a hoverboard, and this is not your standard issue Back to the Future 2 hoverboard, because in this version of 2005 America, the toy industry is completely deregulated. And
It's Reagan's America of
this
the
thing is
future.
powered. This thing is powered by some kind of petroleum product, super hot rockets, dangerous flames, and despite being an explosive death machine, Daniel's not wearing any protection, which even noted Hill Valley moron Griff Tannen had the good sense
I
to
love
wear.
noted moron.
So Daniel is unfortunately worse at hoverboarding than he is fishing, because he hops on this thing and almost immediately wrecks. And instead of bashing on his head on some rocks at 35 miles an hour, Hot Rod saves him. And with that little toss and catch, Daniel is safe. And it's a good thing that Hot Rod is graceful, because
It seems like they practiced this.
yeah. But if Hot Rod was a little less graceful, this scene would have looked more like this. So I have to shout out the creator of this GIF who let us use it. I can't stop watching it.
I know. Let's just watch this.
It's
It
mesmerizing.
just keeps going,
It'll
doesn't
be the
it?
next 45 minutes right here.
So with that, Daniel's safe as of now.
Yes.
He is safe as of now. And that brings us to near-death experience number 2. And really, that's kind of 1 and 2, but we're packaging
Sure.
them up.
There's a lot
This
of
is number.
problems.
We'll call this number 2. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one because there's a lot better ones. But we see Megatron circumcises the mountain here, and Hot Rod and Daniel are falling. And to me, this is really like free falling in a 2x2x4 elevator, steel elevator. And Hot Rod lands really hard, and I feel like, and maybe this is weak, but Hot Rod's not made of pillows. That's a hard landing. I think Daniel should be dead.
It's true. Although I do like Hot Pillows is my favorite new name for a transformer.
Hot pillows?
We can market.
Nobody take that.
That's right. So let's move on to number 3 here, and this is a good one. I've never really seen anybody talk about this before. So the team has made it back to the safety of the city here. Daniel, Cup, and Hot Rod, they've reconnected with RC, Springer, and the crew, and they're pushing this rocket here into position. And after a little romantic banter that we saw between RC and Hot Rod, Daniel climbs around to the front of this ladder to take a little peek-see on what's going on. And of course, we see Devastator form at this point. And Springer feels like that's a reasonable thing to load up and shoot, and
sure.
it is, except for the fact that Daniel is still right in front of that, right in front of that rocket.
Yes.
And I mean, we all love the 4th of July as much as you have a son, 2
I do.
sons.
Caleb.
Would
Yeah.
you let them get that close to like those mortar rocket shell things?
No.
Well, this is
Thank
this is what that's like, except times 100, because those things are intended to murder 10-story steel aliens. And but anyway, okay, so you guys get it, or at least the shockwave, even I think would.
I mean,
Everything.
he's definitely like got some
Yeah.
3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
Okay, we get it. So that brings us to number 4, which is a kind of a direct tie-in to this one. And aside from that rocket exhaust potentially just melting off Daniel's head, we're in a situation where the firepower actually does nothing to really hurt Devastator. And so he's tearing off some sheet metal here, and I've slowed it down. He throws it, and it's going right where that rocket came from, and he scores a direct hit. Now, you'll notice that we didn't see Daniel in that little running away sequence here. We see Cup and RC and Hot Rod and Springer, and I believe it's because Daniel took that thing in the face.
Yeah, to take a little section from How Did This Get Made, maybe this is a Jacob's Ladder situation where the rest of the movie's Daniel's dying moments in his mind.
Yeah, I like that take. So, yeah.
He was on a ladder.
Well, excellent.
We should just recoin that phrase, Daniel's Ladder.
Daniel's ladder.
Oh, nobody
All
take that either.
I don't think these people are taking any of it.
So, okay, that'll bring us to number 5 here. And just to catch us up, we fast forward. Megatron is now Galvatron, and he's decided to attack Earth. And he and Cyclonus are trying to run down RC and Daniel here. So they're taking some shots. A little missile play creates a gap here, and Daniel almost bites it, but luckily RC is there to save the day. And
He's still running into it.
yeah, honestly, Daniel being caught in midair at the last second is kind of a theme that we're building on.
It's true.
Here. Like, why is he just always about to fall? I don't know. So he's alive, though. Nothing to worry about. But he probably wishes he was dead because he had to pretend with this really awkward, flirty banter that we see here. And so that brings us to number 6. And at this point in the movie, Daniel survived 2 battles on Earth and 1 battle in space. I don't know why the Autobots took him into space to begin with. It seems like just leaving him on Earth would be the right thing to do, either with his parents or just by himself.
Even by
really.
himself.
Like,
It seems like he'd be
there's plenty
better
of
off.
fishing to do.
That's right.
And at the very least, I think they could have just left him with Blaster.
I mean, I don't know.
Who
if
would wanna hang out with
Blaster's
Blaster?
The most responsible.
Yeah, but he's the coolest. He's like your
No,
drunk
he's
uncle.
gonna try to jam him into his chest.
I was gonna say he is the most fatherly.
It's true. He does have little
Yeah, I guess they're
guys he takes
children.
care of.
I don't know.
I don't know. We can't litigate this right now.
So we've survived a space battle at this point, and we're gonna crash land on this planet of junk. And they say they brace for impact, but that's really hard to do on Autobot ships because they don't come equipped with seatbelts.
There's no seatbelts.
So it's a pretty major design flaw. And I think when you're an organism made of soft tissue,
This is.
so at worst, his bones are dust inside of his body.
Sure.
At best, his neck is broken.
His organs are definitely liquefied.
Yeah.
You know, they do have seatbelts on that ship if they would turn into vehicles and put them inside of them every once in a while.
Yeah, she would have.
Wait a
She should
minute.
have been a car.
Wait a minute. So what does that look like? They're about to crash. I'm turning into a truck.
Yeah.
And then I
Inside.
just open the door, get in.
You could you saw how fast Hot Rod did it when he was wrecking on his
It's true,
hoverboard.
but RC and him hadn't practiced, so.
That's true.
I like this idea. So we're on the home stretch here of this little segment, and this is one of my absolute favorites because Daniel gets an opportunity to make himself useful. They find the exosuit of his dad's and throw him into it, and never mind how does he fit in his father's exosuit, and never mind that they just let him train for about 10 seconds, and they're like, out of the nest, little birdie. But he's got a suit, so he's useful now, and we're gonna fast forward. Everybody's fixing the ship. And Daniel's found his special purpose here.
This is actually, I like this. This is where I start to like Daniel, where he starts to be useful, and he does actually a good job.
Yeah. Well, but they still give him a little bit too much room on that leash. So the Decepticons show up, they attack, they blow up the ship. There's all manner of pandemonium. And at this point, we have RC, Daniel, and Blur. They're running again. They're running, and RC, for no reason at all, just transforms and leaves.
She's like, peace.
Without saying, and Daniel's freaking out at this point. He's
Yes.
like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And Blair's like, I don't know, transform or something.
Also, I gotta go.
I'm out.
I hope you figure it out.
Now, he does figure it out. Luckily, he poops his pants a little bit and then knocks
That
these guys
exosuit's
out.
got to be hosed out.
But, like, okay, I don't put it past Blur to do this, but RC is the
It is
warm,
weird.
courageous protector.
Yeah, it's a real weird moment in the movie that I didn't realize until we started analyzing it like this.
So that brings us to number 8. And at this point in the movie, Daniel gets an opportunity to save the day, and that's really nice.
Oh,
for
I
him.
love it.
And Hot Rod and Cup, they show up. There's a little Energon buffet for everybody. There's a killer dance party. Ultra Magnus is brought back to life. And then everybody gets word that there's a kegger on Unicron, and they're going to go crash this baby. And as soon as they show up, Unicron immediately fires on them, breaks the ship in half, and the whole front of the ship crashes through Unicron's eye. So, crash through the eye. As we all know, everybody kind of just gets flung from the ship.
falls out of the ship.
And they drop some, I don't know how many thousand feet that is, but they hit the ground, or whatever you might call the ground when you're talking about being on the inside of a giant
head.
robot alien. But Daniel's okay. You know, he's all right.
Inertial dampers.
He gets up, he just shakes it off. But I know he's in an exosuit, but the reality of this situation is that Daniel would not look like this if he had fallen from that distance. Daniel would look more like this. And
Oh, excellent.
I like it.
Can you get like a third-party upgrade kit for that?
Oh, I like
absolutely.
it. I like it. We'll have to do a deal with somebody. So, yeah, he'd be a smashed up red velvet Jello pudding child in a tin box.
Don't make me hungry.
So that brings us to number 9. These are the next couple are a little contentious among the group here, so bear with us here. Number 9, Daniel and the team are running away from these giant pinchers, and why they aren't in vehicle mode at this point, first of all, is beyond me. But Daniel trips. It takes a second for these guys to kind of catch up to what's going on, and by the time they get it there, he's all tangled up in these pinchers again. And I've slowed this down so we can get into the Zapruder nature of this. And what's going to happen is these guys are going to whip out some pistols and just start popping shots that whiz right by Daniel's head.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to the podcast, we have talked about this ad nauseum about Aaron seems to want to die on this hill of shouldn't be shooting at the child, but I'm like, what are their options?
I mean, go up there and tear them away or whatever. It's not like they're great shots anyway. Like, they're going to miss.
See.
Most people would, try not to, like if you're in a hostage situation, people aren't going to.
I've seen action movies. You just shoot the bad guy.
All right. So, fair enough. So that's number 9 here, and that brings us to our final one, going back to my point about bad shots. I don't know what RC is shooting at this moment, but what she does is kind of release this torrential wave. The team is separated. Daniel's bobbing up and down in the waves here. He's calling for help. There's none to come. He falls down some waterfalls, kind of goes through this little tunnel sequence here.
I love that
He nearly drowns.
It's great.
It's very well
It's like
animated.
a video game.
But he's strong, right? He lives. And good for him. And not only does he live, he goes on to become a bona fide hero.
Absolutely.
By saving his father, Jazz, Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper. And I think to kind of close this little segment out here, the point of all this is to say, yeah, a lot of people don't like Daniel. And at first, I don't like him. We like Spike because in season 1 and 2, Spike's a teenager. He represented what we wanted to be, right? Kind of cool. Older, cooler,
14,
tougher.
working on an oil rig.
I mean, he's badass.
Like all of our dreams.
But Daniel represents what we actually were in the moment, which is small, helpless, insignificant, kind of accidentally useful. And so if you were raised the way he was, abandoned by his parents, raised by buffoonish, violent robots, exposed to all these life-threatening situations, none of you had turned out any better. And that's why around our podcast, we've decided that Daniel is really the unsung hero of this movie. And that cute little D on his jacket there, most people think that just stands for Daniel, but it doesn't. No. Around our podcast, the truth about this resilient man, we give him all respect when we say that the D stands for danger. We have this in a button form that we'll sell you.
Yes, we have pins available for sale. Autobotdecepticons.com shop.
So that brings us to the end of this little movie moment here. I think what we'd like to do next is maybe get the energy going a little bit.
Say, you're welcome to applaud if you'd like. I won't stop it.
We're gonna edit in applause anyway.
Absolutely.
So extra applause. Okay, so Caleb, you want to introduce this next little thing here?
Absolutely. Oh, for the next segment, it's going to be a little game show that we have, and we're excited to host a show that is sweeping the Transformers universe by storm. It's Deal or Can't Deal, and we have here our friend Mike Seibert to assist us as an MC. Let's get started. I should mention that it's. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, great.
Wait a minute, wait.
You're reading my part.
I think I have a sound effect.
I can't deal with that now.
Okay. All right, now we can do this.
Well done.
Welcome to Laugh and Applaud all you like. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed Deal or Can't Deal, where one lucky contestant will get the opportunity to choose between a prize or the Autobot matrix of leadership.
I know,
Thank
right?
you.
That's
You're
definitely
incredibly
real.
polite. Heart you, fam. So,
Whoa. Just got
turn
romantic
down
up in here.
the lights. This got super moody all of a sudden. So, I need a volunteer from the audience to light our darkest hour. Who wants to play?
have a volunteer?
Deal
Don't worry,
or
it's
can't
easy.
deal? All right. Oh,
I see
orange
hat over there,
Sorry,
orange
I got
scully cap.
orange hat first.
Okay, all right.
All right. Come on down. In fact, we're going to come to you, yes?
That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. Come on down.
Our logistics are obviously very tight.
Yes.
On point.
We even practice this stuff, too. So, what's your name?
I'm Gilt,
Where are you from?
San Diego, California.
I love San Diego. That's where
Give
my
it up for
wife's
San
from.
Diego. What's been your favorite part of TFCon so far?
The exclusives.
Nice. You get all those bizarre third party. Did you get that guy with the cape?
Yeah, I got him.
He seems pretty rad. I don't know who that guy is. Let's see. All right. So where were we? Let's see. All right. So please turn your attention to the case on the table. Contained within is indeed the Autobot Matrix of Leadership. Now, you can select the Matrix, or you can refuse and take the deal revealed in front of Ryan on the panelist table. Ryan, please show them what they could win.
Well, Mike, if today's lucky contestant takes the deal, they will win Orson Welles' last roll. Yes, it's Orson Welles' last roll, baked in the kitchen of Mr. Welles' favorite Beverly Hills restaurant, Mama Son, and served to him on the evening of his interview with Merv Griffin in 1986. Welles fans and bread aficionados alike will salivate over this addition to your collection. No buns about it. It's Orson's last roll.
Yeah, right?
Thank you for your applause. And thank you, Ryan. That was wonderful. Okay, all right, very good. So, what's it going to be? You could take the deal in front of Ryan, the last roll, the titular last roll.
There might be some DNA on
Is
there.
there a bite taken out of that? You got some
Yeah.
Orson Welles DNA.
Orson's last bite.
You gonna make a Citizen Kane 2 out of that? Maybe I don't know. Or you could choose can't deal and take the opportunity to open the Matrix of Leadership. What's it gonna be?
Can't deal.
I think that means the case, right? I can't remember.
That's exciting. Yes,
right.
can't deal.
There we go.
All right,
Let's do
so
this.
things are getting interesting. So this reminds me of a game show I once hosted in the slave mines off of Golgotha 7. I mean, the Petra Rabbits were, but that's for another time. Grimlock, get your noodle on my face. All right, so come with me to the case of your choosing and open it to reveal your prize. Go ahead and give it a go right here in front of all of these nice people for us to see.
It
Man.
seems like he's struggling.
He's
a little bit. Maybe he
having
needs
a
some
hard
help
time with
that.
I think we need to hear it from the crowd. You know what the line is, right? I'll get you started. Open.
Damn it, open.
One more time. Open. Keep it going.
Open. Damn it.
There we
open.
go.
All right, this is bad comedy. I'm so sorry. This is a terrible game, and we are terrible, terrible people. It appears that our contestant can't deal with this right now.
That was a long
But not
walk
to
to
worry,
this
my
joke.
friend. There are indeed no losers in Deal or Can't Deal. Free prizes are the right of all sentient beings. Tell them what they won for participating.
Oh, let me get to
Ryan?
the slide.
Oh, is
Or,
it,
or,
we
or,
have
or
our...
Caleb or
There
somebody.
we go. There we go. It's the Autobot Decepticast. I Want You for the Autobot Army poster and also our pin set, which both are available at our store, AutobotDecepticast.com. I have loans.
I'd also mention that cup. Thank you. That cup
Thank you.
poster is illustrated by Mr. Ryan.
I'm
Jett,
pretty
and-
great, you guys.
And among the three of us, we all designed these.
I don't know what we were going to do if you actually got that thing open, to be honest.
Just ripped it out.
I don't know, how crappy a move that is to design a game where somebody is going to fail off
Yeah.
the bat.
Yeah.
So I apologize. Thank you for being a good sport.
I know how crappy
Yes.
it is. Very.
All right, so thank you for joining us for an exciting round of Deal or Can't Deal. And now, until next time, get your Sharktacon spayed or neutered. It's for the benefit of the Anabots population. I'll be back later.
Thank Mike.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mike.
Mike. You're a great guy. So that brings us to the next little section of this journey here that Ryan's taking control of here, and I'll just a little context. So part of the minute-by-minute thing we do, we have a segment that's called Script Deviations, and hang on, sound effect, everybody.
Script deviations.
That is so goofy.
So great.
And along with watching what we see on screen, we have a couple different drafts of the script that we follow. I've got one that's closer to what we see on screen. It's like maybe a draft away from a very dilly refined version. And Ryan has what we call like the psychedelic Ron Friedman craziness that he follows. And Ryan, I think you're just gonna take the opportunity.
Sure.
You ready to do this?
I'll take it
Wanna
away.
Hit it? Okay.
Yeah, I think this is probably maybe the second draft of what Ron Friedman did. And up top, I just want to say I'm making fun, but it comes out of a place of love. But this is bonkers. It's like
crazy.
somebody had done cocaine and a keg of NyQuil and just wrote for 36 hours. It's amazing. Okay. So up top here, we're going to go with Different by Design. Oh, and it happened again.
It still works.
Thank you.
Hey, you know, I just want to thank you for not playing the remix.
Oh, yes. That's inside baseball. All right, in this script, Unicron is interchangeably called Unicron, but also Ingester. In fact, he is, after the Decepticons are transformed by Unicron into new forms, they have a battle cry that is Ingester and Victory, which is
Something very Nazi-esque about
it
that.
is not. It's weird. There's actual. Anyway, yeah, I can't get into it. But this is the way we're used to seeing Unicron. You know, he has gravitational ray, the horns, the chewing. But in the script, he not only swallows moons and planets whole, but he has this whole different method of consuming energy. Which is here we go. Yeah, he has this they literally refer to it in the script as a soda straw, which sucks up energon, like when the Decepticons are on Earth and they make a huge pile of energon cubes and he sucks the energy up through the straw with attendant, I want to quote this here actually, energon cubes start to be sucked dry up and through the cold beam into deepest space with attendant soda straw sucking sounds. That's directly from the script and they bring it up a lot. Absolutely, exactly.
Okay.
Gross.
A little over the top.
Please don't do that ever again.
So the next interesting thing that I hadn't seen into the script is the Anabots, which I'd never heard of before. In this script, they're the new Autobot combiners, and they're their main opponent of Devastator. They are also Wheeljack's creation, which we know how well that goes with the Dinobots. I gave them simple brains. So the Constructicons are attacking, and Ultra Magnus says, "It's in the same quadrant as the Roboto Zoo Lab. Activate the Anabots." So tell me if these descriptions sound similar. Okay, Simba is a huge lion Anabot. Pardo, a huge leopard Anabot. Shriek, an Autobot eagle. Thump, an Anabot buffalo. Clump, an Anabot rhinoceros. I feel like they got real lazy at the end with the names.
It's like Thump and, I don't know.
Oh, no,
Clump.
I guess we can't use dump.
That sounds like some of the goofier names that Flint Dilley was coming up with throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
Just weird, innocuous sounds. It's like, we call him
But he
Bump,
wasn't
whatever.
trying when he did that. Somebody was trying in this
And so,
movie.
yeah,
Anyway.
that basically, as I'm sure you've all guessed, they become the Predacons, which I thought was just really fascinating how they turned that around. So a section of the wall comes down to reveal that these guys are behind, the Anabots are behind cages, which I'm like, are they slaves? I don't know. They seem partially remote controlled because once the Constructicons form Devastator, Ultra Magnus is... I need more or less gin, I'm not sure. Okay, Ultra Magnus tells Wheeljack to activate Dragon Beast, which is whenever they are merged together. And this is Floro Derry's design of Dragon Beast, which I love it, but I don't see how those characters form that thing.
That looks like it makes a noise like,
Yes. A garsh.
Also, why are all of Wheeljack's creations walled up? Like they all,
straight up
like,
just throw them away
It's
whenever
really
they become
strange.
too dangerous or insane.
And why do they continue to let him invent things?
He's not good at this. I'm
Anyway,
glad he's
that's
dead.
well-worn territory. All right, cool.
Yeah, we're going to go on to the next
hold
one.
on,
Is
next
the
thing.
Fast Cuts Ye Ol' Fishing Hole. And this is one of the cards we made actually for one of our promo for our podcast here. In this script version, Hot Rod is equally uninterested in fishing, unlike in the movie where he loves fishing, hates shuttles.
Right.
But also, I don't think Ron Friedman had ever been fishing because in this version, Hot Rod, quote, gets a jerk on his line, pulls line up to show he's caught 3 large fish, which I don't think is possible. I mean, Daniel is still as equally excited to see the shuttle land, but his conveyance is a little less impressive than the rocket sled. It's a bike.
Safer, though.
Quote, Daniel runs to his bicycle and starts pedaling furiously to get up a steep, grassy hillside.
Still no pads, I see, or helmet.
Nope.
I think they should have made the rocket version of the bike. Just no wheels, but just rockets coming out of the frame.
Just exhaust shooting everywhere. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Aaron, in your script, I was going to say Hot Rod tosses the pole into, like, as he runs up to join Daniel. But in your script, Aaron, that was a later version, he throws it in the
Just
lake.
throws the rod in the lake. He's done.
Which
I'm
is
done.
what we kind of, I drew here, which is like, we just imagine that every time they go fishing, it's a single-use pole he just chucks into the water.
I still don't know why they let Daniel hang out with Hot Rod.
Yeah. So, here we go. This is the fun part. Even more brutal Autobot deaths. This movie took the bold step of just slaughtering everybody we ever cared about. But in the original script, there's actually even worse deaths. So Brawn is the first one to die on screen, killed by Megatron, wielded by Starscream. But in the script, it says he, quote, Brawn is cut in half by Megatron's fusion cannon, which is gross.
Love that.
I do like that reenactment.
Thank
but,
you.
All right.
So, also, I drew this.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Everybody gets...
I don't know if you know Ryan can sling some ink.
I'm pretty
All
awesome.
right. Thank you.
Anyway.
Self-esteem.
Ooh,
boost
applause.
right there.
So we go to Prowl, which is a pretty brutal on-screen death with the eyes dying out and the smoke pouring out of his mouth. In the
This
script,
makes me want to vomit.
it's
every
pretty
time
bad.
I see it.
This is the worst one for me.
Yeah.
But in the script, we see Prowl as, quote, as Scavenger melts him down, which this is my imagining of it because I'm a terrible person. So this is what I drew, and just into a pool of goo.
So he just is fired on, and is that like would it look like Liquid Terminator?
All it says
type
is it melts him
stuff
down.
up
He
there,
didn't go into
T-1000?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of what I imagined.
That's gross. Okay.
That's a minute of the
I'm
movie
glad they changed
where we
that,
just
but-
watch awkwardly as this happens. Okay, so we go to Ironhide and Ratchet, who were just shot to pieces by everybody in the movie. But in the actual script, it says it cuts to Scavenger, Megatron, and Kickback all firing at once as Ironhide and Ratchet, who, in the act of firing back, are fused together and blasted apart and fall in smoldering fragments. That is Friedman's capitalization, not mine. I don't know if he was upset.
I don't even know how that works. Like, were they just standing next to each other and just got so hot from all the laser fire that they tripped and...
I can only assume.
It looks familiar, though, from the comic, though.
Yep.
And I
They
wonder
are
if
fused
that
together.
did turn into a Marvel
I
thing.
think it must
like
have
the
been.
Megatron.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Pretty gross, everybody. Did you like that?
Everybody feeling nauseous? Great. So next we go to Fast Cuts number 2. RC kind of gets some short shrift in this movie. She is the most prevalent female Autobot in the show and the movie. There are a couple others, but Springer in particular, she gets some pretty like classic 80s treatment as a female. Like Springer in particular keeps grabbing her by the wrist and moving her around.
I don't know that I'd call it classic, but I know what you mean. Anyway.
I think that I do know that I'd call
Okay,
it that. Like, imagine for a second that that's not RC. Imagine he's grabbing Perceptor and moving him around like that. Like, hey, you come with me, you microscope. Like, it's just so strange.
A lot of mansplaining.
Very
All right,
odd.
well.
There's also a lot of protecting her. Like, Hot Rod grabs her by the waist and tells her to practice bravery some other time. And she's just shooting at Scourge, which is her job. So it's like, I don't understand that line. There's a point where they're surrounded by Decepticons and one of them makes a move toward RC and several Autobots, including Daniel, steps in front of her and I'm like, she's a soldier. She's a warrior. What are you
take care of
doing?
herself.
Again, imagine if they stepped in front of Blur. It's like, no, he's too fast. He can't defend himself. Anyway, yeah, so there's also the disgusting, like, oh, you went too far, but we'll come to that in a second. There's just a point about the love story. I don't know how anybody else feels. In the movie, it's kind of implied that Hot Rod and RC have this Sam and Diane, will they, won't they kind of thing. In the script, it's a much more obvious, mostly in stage direction. When Hot Rod and RC are pushing the launcher into place, it says, she likes him, but doesn't want to go too far.
So creepy.
Yeah. And then
in there.
to that, it says, quote, Hot Rod looking at RC, interested in her, but trying to be cool. After Hot Rod repairs Cup on Quintessa, he says, we're wasting time. The Dinobots might be in trouble, or maybe it's RC out there surrounded by aliens, and it just trails off.
Yeah.
And then Cup says, which makes it great, Cup says, "Hey, I'm the one with the fantasy stories."
So Cup is a gross old man. In this version of the script. He's like a horny grandpa.
Yeah, I didn't even count the number of times her dialogue is delivered coyly. And then they almost leave her behind as they're evacuating Autobot City. We have our only consensual wrist grab, which is whenever Springer pulls her into the shuttle.
So we talked about this on the show a little bit. Like, I think about in my head, for the longest time, I always thought are Springer and Hot Rod romantic rivals, which I don't know why you need to bring that into this at all. But I had this as sort of insight
I always thought that too.
whenever we watched the movie in the theaters a few weeks ago. And I don't know how, I'd be interested in what people think of this, but I then decided that the dynamic between Springer and RC is brother-sister. It's not romantic necessarily, which makes the wrist grabbing a little more tolerable.
It does. A little,
like
it
kid
makes,
sister kind of wrist grabbing.
Retconning it
instead
into
of,
being okay.
Whatever.
I don't
Anyway.
think wrist grabbing's okay at all.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so next we move on to the Life Spark, which was something that actually was introduced in the original script but wouldn't become like canonical until Beast Wars. The first mention is with Megatron at the bottom of this cliff after he fights Prime, and Starscream says, sarcastic, filled with false sympathy, "How do you feel, mighty Megatron? You look dreadful."
That's pretty good, actually.
It's pretty good Starscream. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then Megatron, weakly clutching at Starscream's hand, grasping, "The wound is mortal. My life spark hungers for infinite peace."
Stick to Starscream.
Yeah, that hurt my throat a little bit. I'm no Frank Welker. Then when the next time we see this, Prime Spark goes to Ultra Magnus, which I was interested in. Since the Matrix is not a physical object in this, I was wondering how that would work. And the way they do it is Prime is dying and he says,
This will be good.
"My spark, transfer the spark." That's the worst Optimus that's ever been. A door in Prime's chest opens, revealing a pure white light and a column of light that goes from Optimus's chest to a similar span on Ultra Magnus's chest. Then Optimus Prime's life spark floats out. The spark is a glowing, pulsating, visible creature of pure radiant energy in the form of a miniature Optimus Prime. So it's like this weird little homunculus that just goes from chest to chest. I think it undercuts the seriousness of the situation a little bit.
It's
It's
weird.
he's not dead at all.
I'm surprised they haven't done a third party of like a live
It's
spark.
true.
I just said that. It's on tape.
Copyright. Trademark.
Autobot
Autobot
Subcast. Yeah, so then we're in the Decepticon Hall of Heroes, which if you notice here on those statues, those like little urns that are on the bottom of them, those are actually in the script Decepticon life sparks that have been delivered to Cybertron. At this point in the original script, Megatron is still, they bring him back to Cybertron, and the Decepticons start arguing over who's going to become the next leader, and then start fighting and destroy the statues, which fall on top of Megatron and crush him into thousands of fragments, and then the life sparks from those statues and Megatron float out into space. And that's what Unicron uses to reformat the Decepticons. He doesn't use their bodies.
He uses their life spark.
Yep.
I feel like there is a
life spark.
real-world religious equivalent to this story that you're telling, but I'm
L.
not
Ron
gonna-
Hubbard?
Yeah, I feel like there's some volcanoes that could get involved, and maybe anyway,
Thetans.
and lots of therapy.
So the Prime Spark goes to Galvatron, and I was curious about this too because, like, how is he going to take it? Basically, he saws open Ultra Magnus's chest and puts it into literally a bottle.
Now that is a new third-party toy, a prime in a bottle idea.
I like it.
Somebody hit up Sting to make that parody song, Prime Spark in a bottle.
Jesus. It took me a minute on that.
I'm pretty funny. Yeah. So then Prime Spark goes to Hot Rod in kind of the same way. It breaks. He basically breaks it on the wall, and it's kind of like Optimus says, "You've put behind you. Oh God, you've put behind you the ways of childhood. Be the Autobot you were created to be. Stand for the light. Rise, Rodimus Prime." And then Prime Spark is the thing that destroys Unicron instead of the Matrix, which I'm just like, well, Rodimus didn't do anything.
Yeah. He didn't even have to fight Galvatron.
Yeah, well, no, he did fight Galvatron, but he was
losing.
saved by Jazz,
Yeah.
but we can't get into
all
that
right,
anyway in the script. But yeah, unfortunately, also Unicron's head does not pop off in the script, so he's just exploded. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
there,
should-
there we go.
was animatic.
and asked and answered. And then we go to like the fast cuts 3 to close this out. Just some awesome lines that I enjoyed. Springer has my favorite line in the movie, where he during the attack on Autobot City, he says, "I have better things to do tonight than die."
That is the best line in the movie, for sure.
Yeah, you can put it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know where I was.
But his follow up on the return attack of Autobot City is, "I don't think this is gonna be my favorite day," which is the worst sequel I've ever heard.
I knew I wasn't gonna feel good when I got up in the morning.
I'm getting too old for this.
Okay.
And then Hot Rod, as he's putting Cup back together, Hot Rod completes the reassembly, and Cup, this is the description, quote, "who stands there impatiently like a man being fitted for a suit he is going to hate."
I don't
Which
even know.
is my favorite.
So weird.
It's so many questions of like, why can't he tell the tailor he doesn't want that suit? Why is he getting the suit? Is this a bridesmaid situation? I guess it brings up
Hot
3
Rod
questions.
and
Does he hate it
or is he
then?
getting married?
Does he already hate it?
Yeah.
He's gonna hate it.
And just
I don't
yeah,
know.
to close it out, I didn't even get to the clones that Perceptor makes of the Autobots on Junkion to distract the Decepticons. There's a glass and iron robot who helps Cup and Hot Rod free the other prisoners like Quintessa. Cybertron's moons are swallowed whole by Unicron, and Rodimus cuts them loose, and they float back into orbit on Cyber. Oh, I love this script. It's so good and bananas. Go listen to our podcast.
So, yeah, that's fine, please. We're gonna, thank you.
Thank you.
Please clap. Please clap for us.
So,
We appreciate it.
we have, I think, another game to play.
Yeah, we have one more segment.
We got about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right.
Are you introing? You're introing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll intro it in. We're going to use Mike again here. And for the next segment, we're going to present a game we call Roll Call.
Wait for it.
Roll call.
Okay. And no relation to the roll over there. It's
We only
roll
have
call.
one joke, and we're going to use
Right,
it as
yeah.
many times as we can.
We
I was
enjoy
gonna say, I'm
puns.
getting a little peckish. That's looking
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's roll call. It's we challenge a member of the audience, and this time it's not a gag or anything, but to a little trivia celebrating those people where the voice actors in the movie. And it's easy. We choose a player. We ask a question. It's multiple choice, and you answer you guess the answer correctly, and you get a prize. If you answer it incorrectly, you also get a prize.
You get a prize.
Yeah, so-
a less good
it's,
prize.
It's voice actor trivia. So let's go ahead and kick it off and take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, Caleb. Yes, it is indeed roll call, where we challenge a member of the audience to choose correctly from selected answers, multiple choice style, like Caleb just mentioned, based upon a question about a voice actor from the Transformers G1 animated universe. So, who wants to play roll call? Who wants to be? Oh my gosh, look at all these hands. I'm going to start with you because you're closest. And as
And
we
I
go
hate
through,
walking.
we'll get as many as we can.
Until we run out
what?
of crap to give away.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that too.
I need to
Or
make
time,
room for the
whichever comes
toys in
first.
my suitcase.
What is your name, good sir?
My name is Alex,
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Oh, nice. So this was just what, a drive down the road?
15 minutes.
You
15
took a
minutes.
rocket bicycle here.
Yes.
That's nice. What's been your favorite thing about Tfcon so far?
I pretty much liked it all. I picked up a lot of artwork. I'm going to put up in my man cave. I'm going to hear
nice.
from the wife, but oh well.
I'm jealous. You got some nice art prints in that bag of yours there. All right, so let's move on to our first voice actor, Regis Cardick. He is the voice of the Quintesson prosecutor. He was a radio host in Pittsburgh from 1948 to 1965, where he had a running gag for a fake beer called what? Is it A, Slag Heap Light? Stag Heap Light? I'd drink that. B, Fist Fight Stout? C, Old Floschenslosh? Or
Good
D,
pronunciation.
I practiced that all night too and still didn't get it right. Or D, Quintessa Double IPA. What is your choice?
I think C.
Congratulations.
You're absolutely
You got it right.
Old frothing slosh.
So while Caleb gets you your prize, we will move on to who wants to play next. I saw a bunch of hands over here. What is your name?
My name's Karma.
Hi, Karma. Where are you from?
Antioch in Illinois.
Nice, a lot of local folks out here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite part about TFCon so far?
Seeing all the figurines and a lot of the people cosplaying and stuff. It was just
Yes.
lovely how they were able to make all this in a short amount of time.
That's a lot of talent.
Yeah, how about that costume contest? That was
great.
off the chain. So our next voice actor here is none other than Robert Stack himself, the voice of Ultra Magnus, who we heard a little earlier in Deal or Can't Deal. But he set 2 world records in which sport and became a national champion? Is it A, skeet shooting, B, dart throwing, C, tractor pulling, or is it D, mystery solving? What do you think?
Well, I'm seeing he's in like a luchador outfit and, out of the bulls and stuff like that, so he has to be strong. I'm thinking tractor pulling.
What's the answer?
What is the answer? Oh,
Unfortunately.
sorry, it's A, skeet shooting. Indeed, Robert Stack was a sportsman, TV host, and is known for playing Elliot Ness in The Untouchables, among other films. But yeah, he was introduced to the National Skeet Shooting Hall of Fame back in 1971. He was a national champion. Thank you for playing. We move on.
You can find videos of him on YouTube.
I'll
on
come to
that
you. I'll
link,
come to
just
you.
talking about guns.
It's fascinating.
All right. I gotta run quick. What's your name?
Trey,
Hi, Trey. Where are you from?
Indiana.
Nice. Very good. What are you liking in TFCon so far?
James Roberts, just everything. James Roberts.
Nice. You get a bunch of stuff autographed?
Yep.
Saw the panels? Very good. All right. So our next voice actor is Aaron Kincaid. Man,
Look at that chest.
Barrel-chested Aaron Kincaid. Prior to voice acting, Aaron Kincaid, who is the voice of Skylynx in the TV show, was a featured actor in a number of 1960s beach movies. Gotta love those beach flicks. In which of the following beach movies did Aaron Kincaid make an appearance? Is it A, Beach Ball? B, The Girls on the Beach? C, Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine? Or is it D, The Ghost in the Invisible Bikini? Ooh, I am the
Well
ghost
done.
of the invisible bikini.
Absolutely.
What do you choose?
I'll go with Beach Ball.
The
What do you
answer-
think?
He's right.
He is right, because
All
it's
right,
all of them.
so we have a trick question here, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we were done tricking people.
This is a good.
You
thing,
guys are
though.
terrible.
All right.
Oh, we're the
Man.
worst. We're absolutely awful.
Each and every one of these movies is an actual beach movies from the 60s. You should
I
you should
need to
watch
get-
them. They are. I had to watch The Ghost in the Invisible Bikini because it was definitely the inspiration for one of our favorite segments on the Autopod Decepticast. But congratulations. We move on. Who wants to play? Oh,
Yeah.
you're close. I'm going to you next, but I see you over there. You're next. How we doing on time?
We're good. We are at 3:48 right now.
Wonderful. What is your name, good sir?
Diecast.
All right, and where are you from?
I'm from right outside Philadelphia.
Okay, and what are you liking in TFCon?
Just interacting with the fans, meeting new people, meeting Aaron. Been a good convention for meeting people.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, we say that this podcast is it's about this dumb movie, but it's my favorite movie of all time. But no, it really is a podcast about friendship, and that's the experience we've all had here at TFCon. We've met so many cool folks, and the support from everybody has just been phenomenal. It's an incredible community, and we're glad to be a part of it. Let's move
Absolutely.
on to your voice actor, who will be Roger C. Carmel.
Best
and
mustache ever.
that's oh man, he's got some jewels too going on there. All right, so Roger C. Carmel, he was the voice of a variety of Transformers, but most notably Cyclonus. Roger C. Carmel is best known for playing which spacefaring con man in the original Star Trek series and its 1970s animated counterpart. He played this character a good couple times, actually. Is it A, Harry Mudd, B, Q, 3, 7 of 9, or 4, 1?
I think that's an I, but it doesn't matter. It's a stupid answer anyway.
I think it's a 1.
That's pretty tough, but I think I'm gonna go with the A, Harry Mudd.
Yeah, man, you know what's up. You know what's up. Classic character. Enjoy your prize. We will move on. You had your hand up. Let us continue. What is your name?
My name's Matt from Northwest Indiana, called City on Hobart.
What's been your favorite thing about TFCon?
Meeting Clint Dilly.
That's a pretty good one.
He's pretty awesome, actually.
Oh, he's great.
All right, so let's bring up your voice actor. That is going to be Smilin' Ed Gilbert. In addition to Blitzwing, Ed Gilbert provided the voice of Baloo in Tailspin. Hey, my Tailspin friends out there, I love that show, way back in the day. And speaking of Flint Dille, he also voiced General Hawk on G.I. Joe, amongst other roles. When he's not in the studio earning a living, how did Ed pass the time? Is it A, flying planes, B, commanding troops like Hawk do, C, studying beetles, or is it D, driving tanks and flying jets simultaneously?
I want to say A, flying planes.
Is it? Oh, sorry. It is studying beetles. Mr. Gilbert pursued a study in an entomology that specifically focused on beetles.
Say the
word. No, I'm not. I practiced it all night and still couldn't get it. But no, he described a number of beetle species, and I'm not. Who writes this stuff? I'm not reading any of these. We're going to move on. Incidentally, while I've got you and we're talking about Blitzwing, do you think that in Bumblebee that's actually Blitzwing, or do you think we're looking at that?
We can't do this.
We really
I'm
don't.
doing
This
it.
is well-worn territory. All right.
Do I think it's actually Blitzwing? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right, very good.
Thanks
Who's
for stopping
next?
the show to do that.
Okay, we got time for one.
One more. I think
One
we do
more. Yep.
All right, what is your name?
Mara.
Hi, Mara. I'm just glad to be able to sit down. Your voice actor is Neil Ross. He, a famous dude. He voiced Springer, Slag, Bone Crusher, and Hook. Neil Ross is also known as the voice of Shipwreck on G.I. Joe. At voice director Wally Burr's suggestion, which famous actor is Neil Ross invoking for the voice of Shipwreck? Is it A, Jack Nicholson, B, Jack Palance, C, Jack Lemmon, or D, Jack Daniels? My personal favorite. What do you think?
A.
Nice job.
Absolutely
All
right.
right, congratulations.
He also looks like old Shipwreck.
He does.
He really kind of does, especially in that 30th anniversary. Also, I forgot to ask you where you're from and what your favorite part about TFCon is.
Oh, I liked watching the movie last night with all the other fans.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Kind of Rocky horroring it.
Yeah.
Is cool.
All right.
I think that's it. Thank you, man. So it's time to close this baby up here. So thank you all for coming out. Thanks to everybody for the support they've shown.
We
to
thought there
us.
would be upwards of 3 people in the
Yeah, I know,
audience.
this is nice.
You've exceeded our expectations. Thanks a lot, Mike, for running around out there, too.
Yeah. And to the TFCon organizers and crew and everything, I was an extra pain in the butt in trying to get this thing set up. So thank you to that. So, Mike, where can they find you real quick?
You can find me at Mike Seibert Radio on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The spelling on that is Seibert. And incidentally, I am not affiliated with Sabertron at all. It's a weird coincidence. They owe me money, I think, or something. But no, you can find my podcast, Mike Seibert Radio. I talk about stuff and things that are on my mind every week. It's a pop culture show where I interview bands. I do pop culture news. That's how I got connected with these guys. That's on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, basically wherever you get your finer podcasts. And before I click this mic off very quickly, so we mentioned earlier that this is going to be a recorded podcast. For clearly our own vanity, would you please let the folks listening at home know that you are indeed a real audience and that you're happy to be here?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much. I'll see you around the way. Make good choices.
All right, so if you had a good time, as you're alluding to, it would also feel free. We're on all those same platforms as well on iTunes, so feel free to give it a little subscribe. As we've alluded to several times, we're starting to kind of just make some art to help pay for all the website crap and all that. So if you like the stuff you've seen or heard it, just listen. We're out there, listen. Feel free to buy something. Our web presence, I always forget to say this, autopoddecepticast.com is the web. And that's really it. You guys got anything?
I do not. This has been really fun. This is my first conference con that I've been to of any kind, and let alone Transformers. So this has been great, just meeting everybody and like getting to know people who actually, are also listeners of the podcast. We've run into a couple, and it's just been it's been a great experience. I've really enjoyed it.
Likewise, I'm glad that we made it. We got all the way.
We made it. Let's get
Looks
some drinks.
like we made it.
That's it, everybody. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Thank you.
much.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
Cybertron!
Blow cells, where we sell good.